I'm lost deep in the woodlands of northern Scandinavia. I'm Dave and this is the Humbletrekker channel. We've got a couple of significant survival obstacles today. It's baking hot. I've got no food, I've got no water, I've got no cover. I've got my knife belt. I've got a small fire kit. I'm lost deep in the woods. I'm going to try trekking, following my instincts to try and find a better situation. I've been stuck in this hot and humid forest valley for a significant amount of time now, but now I see a route up to higher ground that I'll be taking. Oh boy, what's this? Oh boy. I appear to have stumbled across the abandoned bushcraft camp of a successful bushcraft YouTuber. This should facilitate survival immensely. Let's see what we've got to work with here. Got places to sit, fencing. We've got a fire set up here, all ready to go. We've got cut wood. And down here we have nutrition. Wild strawberries. Here we've got wild strawberries. Nothing more than a morale booster in terms of nutrition. They taste great. Really sweet. One of the most important rules of a survival situation is to stop and take stock of your area and look for any possible resources. So I've dedicated some time to exploring this camp, and I've found in this hollowed out tree some gear, obviously left by the very successful YouTuber who's abandoned this camp. I believe it to be a survival kit. Let's get into it. So it's not uncommon in camps that are left in remote areas that the people who've built a camp there will leave equipment for emergencies, for strangers that come by, that they can reuse it. It's a very nice tip, and anybody can follow it. So let's see what we got in here. Oh, a bottle, a container full of fresh water, just what I needed. Perfect for a hot day. Also, being metal, I'll be able to boil water in that if I find the need for it. Cordage, second C of survival. More cordage, big roll of 20 metres of rope. All good stuff so far. The third C of survival. Coverage, a tarp. So that's 3 of the 5 C's of survival: cordage, container and coverage. Right, in a pocket here, got a lighter, windproof lighter, and of course the bag itself. The 5th C of survival is cutting, a cutting tool. There's nothing there. So let me explore the camp. There must be something hidden here somewhere. Further down in a hollowed out log, I see something. What's this? This is the famous Chinlin Chinese survival spade. This is going to make surviving a doddle. Let's get it out. This is the Chinlin. This is the real Chinese army survival spade. On the back here it says 16 functions. It's also weatherproof. Oh man, totally unused. Look at it. We've got the axe edge. We've got the saw. We've got the bottle opener. We've got the spanners. The hardwood handle. The carrying case. strap it to your belt. Oh, look, a survival whistle. And down the bottom, we've got the instructions. Let's look at the instructions. The Chinese folding entrenching tool has a reputation for being the best entrenching tool available. So we're going to check it out. In the instructions, it's all in Chinese, but what I've learned is that if you just relax, you can actually read or understand any language you want. So I'm not going to have any problems with this. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to get into a zen and I'm going to read this. Okay, so we've got here detailed component descriptions of all the components, and then in the rest of the sheet it's giving you images and descriptions of what you can use the spade for. Apparently there's 16 different functions. So here we've got a dude digging with it. Here, using it as an axe. Here, using it as a measuring tool, so you can measure and flatten. Here, digging a hole, digging a cave. Using it as a pickaxe. Oh boy. Attaching it to a tree branch and climbing a tree. We will be doing that in the video. I will be climbing using this shovel. Here, using it as a grappling hook type of thing to pull up a rope. Here, using it as wire cutters. It's got a built-in wire cutter. Here, using it as used to be using it as a fencing tool, twisting wire. Here's more wire work with it. Showing it can be a cutter for cutting bands around crates and stuff. Here, it's got a nail lifter on it. Here, it's got a hammer on it. Here, more cutting of wire. And here you see the dude using it as a weapon. How you'd use it as a weapon. Let's do as many of those things as we possibly can. Close up of the mechanism, you've got what appears to be high grade steel wheel thing here, and in the wheel is built in lots of tools. So here you see there's a cutter, and then that cutter would work against another cutting surface there. So you would do like that, and then that would be a wire cutter. You could also use that cutter against this surface here, so you pull down. There's this knurled wheel here, which can be used to lock the spade down into into several different positions, like that. The hammering surface is there, the nail puller is there, and really there's so many things going on here. You've got to use it to discover how to properly use it, but there's a lot of stuff going on down there. You've got a sharpened axe edge there, wrench holes there of course, a saw edge there, a cap opener there, and a sharpened shovel edge there, and the ruler, the measuring edge there. That's not all of the functions, but that's because I don't know all the functions, but it's got a whole bunch of things built into it. So let's get to doing some heavy duty whacking with it. Check out the saw. Well, the saw edge, you've only got like 3 inches of saw edge. It's not a very aggressive saw, but it's a cross-cut saw, so it's going to give you, if you did have the need to make a fairly accurate cut and you had the time to put into it, you could do it. Let's see how well this axe edge performs. As you see, it's not flat, they've actually reinforced it. There you go. Comes out there, so it makes it stronger, heavier, hopefully, better axe in here. So here we've got a tree that was downed in a recent, well, storm about 6 months ago. It's a, you see all the bark has been pulled off it, eaten off of it. This is eaten off by the moose. They just lick it off with a big rough tongue. That reminds me of my wife. Let's get the camera in to look at how far it's dug in so far. For those dozen cuts, it's gone in about 25% of the way now. Let's finish it up, see how much energy you expend with using an axe. Murphy's Law, I cut through the rest of that branch, and of course I forgot to put the camera on, so that was wasted effort. But I measured it using this. It's a 9 centimetre diameter there, that's just a little bit under 3 inches. And it got through it. So, but for the camera, I'm gonna have to cut through another branch. Okay, that one's split down the middle. So that one's split and the weight pulled it down, so got a little bit of benefit cutting that one. This one. A little bit out of breath now. This one is 7 centimetres diameter. That one was 6. That one I did earlier was 9. So that's 3 reasonably sized trunks that have gone through there in just a few minutes. It makes a lot of noise. But actually, it's surprisingly, it cut through them surprisingly well. It's not like using a real axe, because you get when you're using an axe, you want all your power, your pressure to go into the wood, and you can feel with this that even though it's sturdy, there's a lot of vibration and noise making, which means not all your energy is being transferred into the wood. But that being said, for being a survival or folding entrenching tool, it made pretty clean cuts. Now, although this is a wind fallen tree, it is not rotten wood in any way whatsoever. This is still green wood, so I've not been cutting off dead branches here or rotten branches. This is fresh green wood that this is going through, and it's tough. It's a hard wood, it's an alder. For shits and giggles, we'll have a go at the main trunk. I'll come to the other side, which is going to give you a worse view because you're going to get my back, but this is impeding me. So the axe testing is for two purposes. One, to see how well does it actually cut using that chisel grind edge, and secondly, how tough it is it because I'm wailing on this tree trunk, and if it's going to fall apart, you know, quickly, it would have done based on that, and it's still very, very nicely put together. On to the next test. Let's check out the hoeing all the pickaxing. Oh, this is going well, good. There's roots down here, tree roots, and the sharp edge is making fast work of that. You can see how it's slicing through these roots down here. Good with that sharp edge. Some basic shovel work. I'm not even halfway done, guys. It's time to get hammered. Oh wow. It's lucky that famous bushcrafter in his bushcraft camp left some water. It's all good here. I had a couple of a lot of filming mishaps today, forgetting to turn the camera on, so on and so forth. Let's double check everything's on. There we are. So there's the hammer head. Here's a nail. Voila! I'm going to try the wire cutter now. It's cutting edge there and there, and I've got some pretty thick gauge wire here. There you go. It went through that. Tough wire. Hell of a lucky that I found this camp and all that survival gear. I'm surviving pretty well here so far. I've managed to get my energy back. I found a bottle of beer here. So I'm going to get this inside me. It's 200 calories in a bottle of beer. That's going to give me the energy for a push on out of here. I think my instinct is telling me I keep moving in that direction, I'm going to get back to civilization. Not that this couldn't be described as civilization. I've made a trek and I keep moving. I'm pretty certain civilization is in this direction, but I've reached an impasse. I've got to the foot of this cliff and my only way out of here. I can't go back. I know there's nothing in that direction. I've got to go up this cliff. I've got the rope I found in a famous bushcrafter's bushcraft camp. And I've got my Chinlin Chinese spade. I'm going to use it as a grappling hook. There's a tree there. I'm going to throw it up there and it's a do or die. I'm going to get out of that cliff. How this is going to go down is I've attached a rope to the shovel. You see that little tree there? This one here, I'm going to sling this up there and hook it around that tree and then abscond from this hateful land. To destiny and to freedom. Whoa. Get in there! I was so lucky there. I was millimetres from death. Look, this had just wedged itself in here behind the tree. It pulled down some moss with it, and look, that's all it was. It wedged itself between the tree and the stone. A millimetre either side, I'd be dead as dead meat. When people do reviews on YouTube, gear reviews, knives, axes, so on and so forth, they often say, is this something you'd put your life in? Would you put your life in the hands of this bit of kit? Well, I've just done it. I've literally put my life in the hands of that Chinese survival shovel, and it passed the test. The best things I liked about it was the surprisingly efficient axe cutting. As a shovel, it was sharp on the blade, which meant it would cut through your roots. That was good. On the negative side, the saw was pretty much not fit for service. Could open bottles and all that. And finally there, the strength to get me over that cliff. I'm walking now, and there's been a change in the atmosphere. It feels a little bit West Wilder. I think, what's this in the distance here? I see. Do you see there? Right there. There's a road. I've made it a civilization. I've just got to get down to that road, follow it, and I'll be out of here. There it is. There's a road down there. Till the next time, guys, take it easy and have a great one. Big thumbs up for the Chinlin Chinese survival shovel.